Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Get a sip of coffee here. We'll get started. How's everybody doing this morning? Finally got to break out the Panther tie. I've been waiting for a Panther game to wear it on stream, and this is the first one finally. So, big morning. Let's go over, let's see what Schwab is saying this morning, and we'll go over some of our own news. Let's open up a new one. We'll turn this way down. We watched Matt already. Oh wow, Chris is live. There it is, Schwab. The Schwabster. Mainly just like their bell. Actually, you do not want that. Because we want to go over our own. Where's Google Finance? There it is. So yeah, big news. Government shutdown. We talked about that last night on the weekly close stream. Market optimism over potential deal to end. I know the Senate confirmed a vote. Follows tough week, blah blah blah. We all know it was a tough week last week. Company news. Mindy plug. I don't want it for individual stocks. Hey, Little Jinx, welcome in. Welcome in. How are ya? Welcome to the stream. This is a rare live trading stream. We typically don't do those. We typically stream Wednesdays, Fridays, and we do some trading on Fridays if we find a setup, but we're normally live at the last hour of the market. So sometimes we don't find something, but sometimes we do. Market futures on rise, on optimism, government shutdown. Foremost is up. Cool. Just sent me a notification. Let me get the headphones on here. Hear what Schwab is saying. Let's turn that down. Oops. Let's turn Schwab up if I can. We'll turn it up for you guys a little bit. So yeah, gap fill reversal. Looks like a little bit of a hammer forming in the last hour here in the early hours. Now that we're approaching this previous days, we're above Friday's close. I would say we're back into this November 6th. We're above November 6th close. I'd say we're doing pretty good. For the future, who would you recommend to watch for live trading? Very book smart. I think would be more confident if I could watch someone live trade. Also morning. Yes, good morning. Who did me pretty good at the beginning? He is pretty much a no bullshit guy. But this guy is pretty decent. He talks a lot of short-term trading, so I mean, you gotta kind of, separate, what you do for, long-term and short-term. But Christopher is pretty good. He's a no bullshit kind of guy. He helped me out a lot early on, so yeah, give him a shot. But obviously this morning, things could turn around quick, so there's a lot of, you got to take into account to everybody in the market. Hey, thank you for the follow, Little Jinx. We do go over quite a bit of, news and market stuff on Wednesdays. We got watch list. Let's go over the watch list in a minute here. But back to what I was saying, manage expectations this morning. Things could change really quickly. You have to account for all of the money that's in the market. There are probably people here that are shorting. or you know there's a lot of people shorting. So, you know, you can look at those flows. Another good one actually would be Trade Brigade. Sorry, I should have mentioned him too, Matt. He goes by Trade Brigade on YouTube. He is really good technical analysis guy. Honestly, he's one of the only ones worth watching. All right, we're under 5 minutes to the open. And now let's take a look at our watch list that we made last Friday. And looks like we're all green. So we will likely trade one of these today. I don't think we'll need to go to the Yahoo list.
Asia was higher, so was Europe. So we're looking at some follow through as we get up and running for US trade today. Obviously, we've heard from over 90%.
Let's go short term. Let me pull up actually the multi.
Particularly from more of the small cap for the more sort of trades as well.
Nice, foremost.
We're also going to be hearing from a number of Chinese PRs today.
Red hammer there.
So, you know, we do have a lot of earnings
but let's get, that's a longer term investment. Let's get our watch list in here loaded up. Doc and Digital Ocean. They had really good earnings last week. Oh wow, big green engulfing candle. Starting off the day, let's go down to the 5 minute. This is all short term today. And wow.
You know, I also am thinking now, because you were mentioning the chips, I looked at the chips earlier and there was good news, and I want to get to Pfizer in a moment.
Okay, now APLD. Oops, PLD. These ones are probably going to be the faster movers of the day. We'll put Palantir up there because it's high volume. PLTR. Haven't heard of Digital Ocean yet since school. That's a throwback? Oh yeah. They've been seeing a major rebound lately back on their because of their earnings report. They did really good earnings. Now, where are we? Probably not going to trade Broadcom. Maybe Oklo, though. That's been a mover. What else? Let's take a look at, let's put Trade Desk up here. Cool, cool, cool. We need to do 5 minute. 5 minute. When we buy, oops. When we buy, we'll be on the 1 minute. You know, we don't interchange more, but I like to search for them on the 5 minute. Are you using Robinhood? Yes, I am. I'm using the Robinhood Legend. The Robinhood Legend platform. I find it pretty user friendly. All right, 1.5 till market close. And you know what? Just for shits and gigs, let's pull up that Yahoo. If you watch the stream on Friday, we have found quite a few setups off of the Yahoo Finance trending stocks list. You just got to be careful, you know, obviously do your own TA and, you know, find your fits. You find something that I have found a lot of stuff that works for my setups. So, if I can never figure the site out. Ooh, Monday.com. Or Cart, Maple Bear. Let's take a look at those. We can always swap those out while Palantir being bought up this morning. All right, 1 minute. 30 seconds, really, actually. Ha! Oh, what was that? What was that one again? MDNDY. MNDY. Monday.com. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, here it is. All right, not gonna rush into anything. It could be a big deal, and there it is. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go to the indices. Oh, another gap. Let's see what happens here. All right, we'll let them go through this quick. Let's look at that, and then we'll exit out of the Schwab. We don't need it. I like to listen to it when I'm not, like, when I'm doing my wage slave job.
Seeing more demand and getting some price target hikes. Some of the winners, Micron, Albemarle, Western.
That's pretty good, though. That's all we need. Let's get the tunes back. Okay. Let me know if the music's too loud. Okay. There. That shouldn't be too loud. Let me know if it's too quiet. No. And looks like we are on a big run. Bull run, it seems. So, yeah, let's see. Monday, let's go back to the multis. What was that other one? Maple cart. Ticker symbol cart. Here, you know what? DigitalOcean might be the move today, but we're not gonna rush into anything. Cart. Big sell-off for cart. So that scraps that idea. Maybe go to the hourly. Let's just double check it. Trade desk. What's that volume at? Almost to 1 million. Let me turn the music down. Let me go full screen. Turn the music down in my ears. Wow, trade desk. Let's see, what is the longer term trend on that? Looks like it's been in that $50, $40 range for quite some time. But this is short term, so let's go back to the 5 minute. DigitalOcean could be the move. Don't want to rush into nothing, though. Let's take another look at that trending list. Venture Global, maybe? Okay. Let's see what that's doing. Pulling back. I don't really like that. But I do like DigitalOcean, what DigitalOcean is doing right now. Let's go to the hourly. I think DigitalOcean is going to be the move. We'll start a DCA into it. Not that much yet. We'll do, actually, just a little bit. No, more than that, 20. We'll throw 1,000 in. And what I might do is I might transfer more money over to this account from my savings. So we got a little bit more to play with. And of course, it jumps right up as I buy, so I buy at that price. That's okay. That is okay. Let's take a look at more of the watch list here. Let's see how the data centers are doing. Oh, that's right. I accidentally fucked that watch list up on the stream on Friday. When we were making that watch list, I made it in the data centers watch list, not the tomorrow next week watch list. Let's see how the Vertibuses are doing today. Archer's up. Arcs. This is a leveraged one for Archer. I'd say DigitalOcean looks a little bit better. Okay, how's EVX? These are more long-term for me. What's... Oh, wow. Let's go to the hour. Go to the hourly. Spinning top. Missed an alarm. You know what? It's probably going off on my phone. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Joby's up. Joby's up the highest out of almost all of them, other than the leveraged. How's mining doing today? Wow, mining's okay. You know, I was looking at this last year while I think it was at right around here, I think, last summer. Somewhere in here, I think, where it was going down. And I just saw this trend here, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna get out of it. Little did I know, I don't have the Nancy Pelosi side of the chart, so a year later, hey, you win some, you lose some. That's it for mining. Let's see what the IBD stocks are doing. And I'm gonna take my wallet out of my back pocket, so I don't want to soar back for the rest of the day. Okay. TSSI. Let's look at the higher volume. Wow, Hood. Here we go. Let's see how Robinhood is doing. Pretty good. In the hourly. Let's break it down to the 5-minute. Not really what I wanted to see there. Ooh, oops. There we go. Let's get that a little bit shorter time frame here. APLD up, just got a notification. Nice. I'm gonna like this phone for when I'm at work. It's gonna send me notifications like that. I can't really access my phone at work a lot. I work with my hands a lot. My hands are freed up. Literally can't dig in my pockets and grab my phone. So this watch will be nice. It's a Google Pixel 3. Been very impressed with it so far. Okay, coin is up. Here's Trade Desk again. Let's see, go back to that. That could be the move. Ooh, your boy might have to go use the bathroom. The coffee, if you know what I mean. Okay. I would like for it to either break out and then pull back. And I'd really like to see some more bullish confirmation before I buy in more. Let's see what BBAI is doing. I know we got that somewhere. Maybe we don't anymore. We're gonna put it on here because it is security. I don't know if you guys have been to the... What do you do for work, roughly? I do a lot of construction and painting, mainly painting houses. Do high-end painting. I work on a lot of, like, multi-million-dollar homes, stuff like that. Work on a lot of homes, like, I live in Florida, so I work on a lot of homes that are on the beach or on the river, stuff like that, like multi-million-dollar homes. High-end painting. They, some of them are really nice, and some of them are, man, not very nice. It does pay really well. You know, working for that clientele helps a lot. It pays really, really well. So I don't mind it. And the company I work for is pretty good. Smaller company, but honestly, they're probably one of the best. They're probably like the best smaller companies I've ever worked for. You don't get a lot of like benefits working in that industry, especially for smaller companies, and they treat you like shit. So like just like a double negative, you know. But this company, they treat you really well. Like anytime, like today, I asked for the day off. It was no problem. I asked for it off on Friday. It was not a big deal. Like they treat their employees very well. So. And, man, DigitalOcean seems to be taking a little bit of a turn. Let's take a look at the news. Was there any headlines that have come out since the open? Let's pull up maybe... We'll just go to Yahoo Finance. Yeah, thanks, Little Jinx. It's been a long time. It's hard to find, like, companies in Florida for, like, for that industry that pay their employees well and treat them well. So, it was quite a blessing that I found these guys. Democrats concede shutdown. Microsoft bets on influencers to close the gap with ChatGPT, whatever that means. Earnings live, Instacart jumps, Tyson rises. That was on our work list or our watch list. But I don't really care for headlines about individual stocks because there's so much hype. Article Yahoo pushes hype articles like. I really like to know more about world news, stuff like that. Catalysts that can drive the market rather than individual stock news. Okay, this song is really annoying. Big sell-off. That is an exit signal for us. But we are in such a strong uptrend. I'm going to welcome the pullback. If we, as far as I see, we're just testing these gaps. Let's go to a little bit. Let's go to the 15-minute. And that looks a little bit more bullish. So, we will not sell yet. We'll sell if it hits the 200-day moving average for this one. And honestly, I think what we'll do is we will buy 20 more at this lower price. And then... Oh, my phone's in the other room. Here, I can pull it up over here. No! Dumbass. That's the wrong one, too. I'll pull it up on this monitor so we can still watch the candles. And then what I'll do is... pull some money from my checking. I actually, if you had watched the stream, you would notice we are down 2,000, but that's because I pulled it out. That's not become trading. This was from stop losses that we hit earlier this week, and then we made over half of that back on Friday, on the Friday stream. So back to the multi, and then transfers here. Deposit. From investor checking. Individual. Oh, wow. I didn't know Robinhood was doing a giveaway thing right now. Well, I got 5,000 entries for the deposit. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we're looking a little bit more bullish here. It's not too surprising. Let's go back to the indices. Let me close that. Go back to full screen here. I'm actually learning a lot, especially resources, where to find things. Nice, I'm glad. I'm glad. And that's the whole point of this stream, you know, is to, you know, the past couple of years I started taking my finances a lot more seriously. And, you know, I just like, I wanted to share my knowledge with people and share the success that I have had, and maybe help some other people out that were going through the same thing as I was. You know, there wasn't all that long ago that I seriously thought that I would never be able to buy a house. And just the other week, I was approved for a 30-year mortgage. So, you know, I just like to share my knowledge and share what I've learned. Because, you know, it's helped me out a lot tremendously. Thanks. Thank you very much. Yes, very, very happy. I couldn't believe it when I got the phone call that I was approved. Like, literally, I was like, I can't believe it. Let's start this hunt. So I've been looking at a few places. Haven't found anything that I really wanted to bite on yet. But we'll find something. Take your time. That's a huge investment. Let's break it down to the 15-minute on the SPY. It looks like, yes, we gapped up in that last 15, so we're going to pull back. Wouldn't be surprising at all if we... And that is a major gap up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we trade sideways for a little and try to test that gap. You know, a few things could happen. We come back down to test this gap here, trade sideways, and then spring up in the afternoon, or sellers take the hold and then gap fill. And that's another thing that could happen. We could fill the gap and gap fill reversal and then spring back up in the afternoon. It's looking like that might not happen, but the sellers are putting more pressure on now. We'll see. Let's go back to the multi. How's our trade doing? Okay. Not a winner yet, but it's not bad. What is the oh wow, BBAI. Yeah, that's taking a hit. What's the volume on 3,000? Okay, that's kind of why it's moving slower. That's okay. Reminder to move. 87 steps last hour. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sitting at the desk. We're in the office today. We're in the office today. Let's see what Palantir's doing. Morty. What's our cat? I think they post earnings today. We have, we've held our cat for some time. Since September. And they had a huge run-up after the Charlie Kirk shooting. They make, like, security drones. But then, some analysis were saying that their contracts were overblown, blah, 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 all that. And their stock has taken a hit, pretty significant hit since then. Ooh! On the 1 minute, we crossed that 200-day moving average. Let's go to the 5 minute. That is our exit signal. Quite a ways away. We'll see what happens. This is usually an exit signal for us, but often we will spring up after hitting this 200-day moving average or closing below it. So we will give this a little bit. If we break below, if we close below this big bar, and it looks like we may do that, then we'll exit. Let's see if the dip buyers come in. Nope. Alright, we're out. I think we are out. You know what? We'll actually give it this big red candle. Let's go back. Filling gap, fill. Okay. Okay, you know what? We're gonna hang on to it a little bit. We're filling that gap. The buyers could step in here. And let's see if they do. And then if we do start moving back up, I'll get back in it. Or I'll purchase more. Not back in. We are in it. Okay, a little bit of a hammer. Kind of a hammer forming here. Let's see what AVAV is doing. They really do what our cat does, but on a much larger scale. They are seemingly gapped up this morning, but continuing down. Still a lot of selling pressure. Let's go back to our watch list that we made on Friday. Eli Lilly, let's take a look. Wow. We don't really trade Eli Lilly much. If you do, let me know. It's been on a huge rip because of the Ozempic. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 year. This was the Ozempic. It's been kind of stuck in this range here on a somewhat downward trend here, but it looks like we may be approaching all-time highs again for Eli Lilly. Okay, a little bit more bullish. We got a 200-day 50 cross. That's in the wrong direction though. When we close above that 50-day moving average again, that'll be our re-entry. Not, we'll buy more. Wow, Eli Lilly just soaring. Let's take a look at some of our positions, some of our other positions here. Ooh, symbiotic. Gap up. Let's see how Compass is doing. Compass is down. Here's DigitalOcean. Come on, Robinhood. Robinhood crashing. Ha! It won't pull up this, that chart. Robinhood. What's going on? There we go. Gap up. So this is a, Eve Holding. They're involved in the, Florida Vertibus, being installed, which is like a VTOL VTOL aircraft takeoff. Yes, Robinhood is nodding off. A couple crazy days this year with Robinhood where the flow was so much that their servers couldn't handle it, and the traffic was so much, it was so intense, it like crashed. I believe we were trading one of those days. Let's go back to the monthly. Okay. Looks like we crossed. We will enter again. Or not enter again. Let's buy a little bit more. We'll buy 25. Although, I don't like establishing that higher. If we need to break through that resistance. I don't like, we have established a higher low, or a lower low. I really don't want us to establish another lower high. Ooh. Inverted hammer. And we're gonna have to go use the bathroom soon. Okay, let's see what Trade Desk is doing. Let's take a peek at that Yahoo list. Maybe we got something, a better opportunity maybe? The faster mover? Oh yeah, I got rid of, I don't know why I did that. Oh, they all reset now. Beyond Meat, that's right. I believe they report earnings. BND. BYND, I think. Yes. They've been seeing a pretty big short-term uptrend. Yes, we are going to have to use the bathroom. So let me pull up. I don't know why I would go there. Let's go here. We'll pull up these guys for you. For while I'm gone. Oh, shit. It's nice that they can do that. Let's go to multi. I'll turn it up for you guys. And I gotta use the bathroom. Bear with me. What browser am I using? Opera GX is the browser I'm using. It's a pretty good browser. I like it a lot. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Please bear with me. Ooh. Before we go, there it is. That is our exit signal. Good. I'm glad. Establishing those higher lows, and yeah, we're out of Digital Ocean for the day. Maybe get back in it. We'll leave it on the watch, or we'll leave it on the. We'll keep an eye on it. But I gotta use the bathroom. Let me turn up the volume for you. All right, I'll be right back.
With the potential to end this government shutdown, we are seeing a nice pickup, a nice rally, particularly for tech stocks. Remembering the Nasdaq having its worst week since early April on Friday, so up almost 2% of trade right now. The S&P 500 reclaiming 6.8 now. We're up 1.1% on the benchmark. The Dow Jones also 0.3% higher, and the Russell 2000 also participating in this rally. We're seeing that 1% higher as far as the small cap trade is concerned. Let's just take a look at how foreign markets are faring right now, because of course Asian equities, the first reactors of course to this development around the government shutdown. The Nikkei 225 powering ahead to the tune of 1.3%. The Hang Seng Index over in Hong Kong up 1.5% higher off the back of some encouraging inflation numbers out of China as well. I'll get to that a little bit later on, but for now, European markets doing this. We've got the German DAX up almost 2%, and the FTSE 100 also 0.9% higher. So it looks like we are seeing an up day across the global equities, very much off the back of this news. Let's check out futures products. We've got the 10-year yield ticking up to 4.11 right now. The US dollar index is at 99, just fractionally lower this morning, which does mean that gold is catching a bit of a bid, 2% higher. We're at 40.95 right now on the precious metals. Crude oil just pulling back a bit there. We're at 59 bucks a barrel, at 0.2% lower in the session off the back of some of this news. And Bitcoin is rallying this morning, catching a bid there after really struggling to gain some momentum in recent weeks. We're at 1% higher at levels of 105,000. That's your setup for this Monday. Let's get to Kevin Green, senior markets correspondent, who joins me now to get across some of these headlines. And obviously we're learning about the developments around the potential for the shutdown to end. What does this mean for the markets, KG? Because I feel like we've been speaking over the last month how investors have largely been looking past some of the worries, but last week it seemed like we had started to see some material impact coming through in the consumer sentiment numbers, etc., and perhaps weighing on the minds of investors. Tell us your thoughts this morning.
Yeah, obviously we are seeing a lot of reaction and positive reaction because of that Senate procedural vote yesterday, which did pass 60-40 to try to fund the government up until January 30th. Now, also within that measure, what's actually very interesting, those SNAP benefits, which has been a really big key issue in order to try to reopen the government, they're actually going to fund that till September of 2026. So even if we do see another shutdown in January or after January, that will not actually be impacted. There's some other parts of the government that's also going to be funded as well. But we still have this hurdle when it comes to the ACA or the Obamacare subsidies, if you will. That's still going to be a very big issue leading into December, but we are seeing maybe an impasse, at least for now. And the markets are rallying on this. Now, I will say, if you're kind of looking at the positioning for this morning, Sam, we had around 46% of the stocks in the S&P 500 in the green to start off today's session. It is starting to wane a tad bit, so we are starting to see maybe that concentration type of trade coming back into the picture. The Mag 7 are definitely leading the way. Chip stocks moving to the upside fairly aggressively. You can even look at an Amazon or a Tesla that's actually catching a bid as well. But we do have some green on the screen. Hopefully we're going to be able to hold this one up. But the government shutdown potentially coming to a pass here over the next couple of days obviously is welcoming news. You are seeing yields for the most part kind of selling off here a tad, or moving higher, meaning treasuries are selling off a tad bit, rotating into those equity markets here. But we still have some areas of resistance to the upside that we'll probably talk about here in a little bit to be mindful of. But for now, we have a risk on sentiment in the market.
We do, and no doubt being helped by some of the bullish comments out from NVIDIA's CEO as well, Jensen Huang, talking about the fact that they need more chips coming from TSMC. Now, we did have some sales numbers out of that company just overnight as well. 16.9% for October, which is the slowest sales growth in more than 18 months, but almost 17% growth is still nothing to scoff at.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, and these
But yeah,
comments
Little
obviously on
Jinx,
back
the
of,
Opera
Jensen really
GX
trying
browser
to,
is the
thread
one I'm
needle
using.
when it comes to China relations as well as U.S. relations, but he obviously talked to some executives from Taiwan Semiconductor.
Okay.
And really talking about the fact that growth for
And,
AI is continuing to
looks like
accelerate on
that
a
was a
month-over-month
good
basis. They're
decision.
going to need to have more chips being produced
get
by
out,
Taiwan
although-
Semiconductor, and that's obviously giving not only just that bullish tone when it comes to the tech
Yes.
space, but also when you're looking at the memory names, the Western
Yes.
Digitals of the world,
Yes, good
Micron, they
decision.
really did not see a
That will
pullback
probably
last week.
continue.
Those are companies that have been valued.
Let's exit Schwab. Thank you, Schwab, for keeping everybody entertained. Before we do that, let's turn down your audio so we don't blow your ears out. Okay. All right, let's see. Now, this is time to develop a little bit more. Let's see what's happening. PGY. PGY. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? Let me go grab a Celsius. Maybe? Maybe? Okay. Now we're officially back. Big green candle forming on DigitalOcean here. I bet you the sellers keep the pressure on though. Let's take a look again. BNAI. What's the volume at? 204 million. That's great. BNAI. Brand Engagement Network. Oh, shit. I think we found it. Yeah, I think we found our runner for the day. Oh, that's a non-compliant listing. I don't like that. Those are hard to sell. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, non-compliant listings, do not buy those. You have to, like, find buyers for those. You can't just sell them. At least I believe that's how they work. Oops, 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 oops. What am I doing here? We exited out of it. You know what we're gonna do? So we no longer have this issue. We're gonna go here, back to... Stop. Stop! Trending, and then... Bookmarks bar, done. And then it'll be there. Cool. PGY, we looked at that, didn't we? Yes. What else? VFF, Village Farm International, maybe? VFF. Whoa! Okay. May have found it. Volume is low, though. Oh, it's not that low. 2.6 million. It's in the millions at least. I think we can buy that. We're approaching a previous all-time high. It just doesn't seem like it's moving much though. And that's not great for day trading. You know, you kind of want stuff with high volume, stuff that's gonna move. Yeah, DigitalOcean seeing some big pressure. A lot of profit takers, I would imagine. Let's pull up a hourly, but let's go to the 1 year range. Like, come on. I guess it's just that small. Whoa, what happened? Nvidia up. Let's go back to the 5. We can trade Nvidia. What else though? Well, I mean, that's kind of all I'm seeing on the Yahoo list. That it would be something that I would want to get into. Gosh, it's too bad that the BNAI is a non-compliant. Because wow, that was that is, you know, exactly like what we're looking for. Take a look at the IBDs. Let's see Rocket Lab. Let's go to the hourly. I'm pulling back to previous support. Looks like it broke it a little bit. It might act as resistance now. American Superconductor, that's been taking a huge hit. Let's go back to Hood. What's Hood doing? Nope. Symbiotic? We don't really typically trade Symbiotic like that. But if it's in our setup, why not? What the hell? Robin Hood, what's going on there, buddy? Come on. Hey, what's crypto doing? I know that's been doing good. I'm not opposed to trade some crypto. Oh yeah, we're on the weekly. From the weekly close. Wow, yeah, Robinhood is seeing some problems right now. Ah! Wow. Hey, you know what? We don't look up at this one much. Let's take a look, though. Oops. let's pull up the Schwab account, the long-term dividend-focused portfolio. And that's taking a little bit of a hit today. Little bit of a hit today, pullback today. Probably just people going out of safe havens and into more risk on assets. All in all, very good. Long term, these are all stocks I plan on holding for over a year. So, I mean, honestly, that portfolio, that's kind of really the Warren Buffett kind of strategy. Our goal is to hold forever. That is dividend focused. I plan on, that being pretty important later in my life. And that BNAI, man, that has me tempted. Wow, so Robinhood is having issues. Let's pull up Twitter. Let's see. Beautiful green day for the Mag 7. Maybe that's what we should be trading. I wanted to look. Let's see if anything on Twitter. Hey, dude. I fucking hate Windows for that. Just curious, October 20th. Yeah, this is all old. Yeah, should it be Mag 7? Should we have a Mag 9 here. Let's see what Google's doing. If it wants to load it. What? What? Looks like people are starting to sell BNAI. Yeah, we are streaming now in 4K. At least the webcam is. We got a webcam over the weekend. We found a cheap 4K camera on Amazon, and I just pulled the trigger on it, so. What else we got? Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know why that's not loading. Robinhood having problems. Still won't load. What was this one? Lumen? What's Lumen doing today? Let's see if it loads Lumen. UMN. Okay. Selling off a little bit. This one might be one to watch. Lower volume though. PGY is starting to go. God, I hate to say it. Palantir might be the one to trade today. think we're gonna trade Palantir. We'll start with 10. Pulling back a little bit. Let's buy now. Whoa! Nvidia jumped up. Whoa, Lumen jumped up too. I think we'll trade Lumen and Palantir. Not sure I want to buy Lumen quite yet. Maybe what I'll do is I'll buy 10 more Palantir while it pulled back a little bit there. Okay. Let's see. Lumen pull back a little bit more. Little hammer there. I'd like to see a little bit more confirmed breakout. I'd like to see it break out above this previous higher low, or lower high, I mean. Yeah, it looks like Palantir is being bought. And, you know, it is kind of the boring part of the stream, the buying. And looks at that. We have a confirmed breakout. We are gonna buy. Whoa, too much. Buy some Lumen. And Palantir. I think we'll buy 10 more. We'll wait for it to pull back again, actually. And yeah, it's the boring part of the stream. Lumen pulled back. We're now below. Maybe buy another. Okay. Ooh, a little funk. I love funk music. If you guys know, if you guys have watched the stream before, you guys would know I'm a big lover of the funk. It's just feel-good music. Little inverted hammer there. I fucking love funk music. Lumen seeing it pull back. We'll buy a little more. If we can establish a higher low here, that would be great for the short term. And we're waiting for that pullback on Palantir. And wow, what a day. What a day. Let's go back to the indices quick. Let's take a look. And hey, what did I say? Didn't I say that earlier? Very possible that we'll trade, because of the significant gap up, we'll trade sideways for the beginning of the session. And then in the afternoon, it'll do one of two things. We'll either gap fill, reversal, or gap fill, continue down. I don't think that'll happen, though. Or we've tested the gap, or we just don't even test the gap. The market's been crazy lately, and we just continue up. But I did say, and I think we'll still continue sideways for a little bit here. But we'll see what happens. We may rock it up. Let's go back. Okay. Still waiting for that pullback on Palantir. Okay. Lumen, if this can hold this support here, would be great. Would be great for that. What do you guys see out there? You guys trading anything currently? Hit me with something. I wanna look at it. What do you guys got? Oop. Are we gonna see that pullback for Palantir now? Oops. We'll do a little bit more this time. Here we go. A little bit of a pullback. Buyers stepping in though, man. Buyers are eager to get in. Bit of an engulfing here. I wonder if that'll be all the pullback we get. Who knows, man? What a wild market lately. What do you guys think about the AI bubble? Is the AI bubble over? Or do you think we're gonna go up for another bull run before the pop? I think we'll have another longer than expected bull run. And it will be a major crash. It'll be big, big shocker. Just like they all are. But what do you guys think? Here we go. A little bit of a pullback. We like to see that. Maybe not pullback, though. Maybe, there we go. Pull back. Oops. A little bit more of a pullback. I'd like to see a pullback to the 10 before I buy. Well, we may not see that. Wow, Nvidia, unfucking believable. That's what we should be trading. Oh. This ain't house music. That's not house music either. Bro, where are we on this playlist? I think this, like, starts playing other shit. Because this is not house music. Okay. Did Palantir see that pullback? No. There it is. There's a little bit. Anybody a hockey fan in chat? I've been waiting to wear this tie. Okay. There we go. There we go. A little bit of a pullback there. I think we'll buy 5 and 5 though. And then we'll put the rest in lumen. And then it's all the capital, or all of our free capital. Everything else, we'll let it hit stop losses. Maybe we'll take another look at the rest of our positions here. And there it is. Pull back to the 10. And we'll put the rest in lumen here. We'll wait for tempted to buy Nvidia though instead. Tempted. Looks like, although now is a decent time to buy lumen. Oh, that hurt. And I have 100, and we'll buy some Palantir. Whoa, that's too much. I think, yeah, that's gonna be too much too. Buyers are starting to step in maybe on Palantir. We'll wait. Looks like we got a hammer there. Maybe wait for the 20-day moving average. Looks like a bit of a hammer forming. We're gonna buy there. A little bit of a hammer forming, bullish hammer forming. Buyers wanting to push that price up. And now it really is the boring part of the stream. The time where we just sit and wait for those trades. We just sit and wait for the market to do what the market does. And we wait for our exit signals. And let me just go over the exit signals here for my day trades. Pretty basic. I know a lot of other people use this. Price below, close below the 50-day moving average as an exit signal. And that's what we'll do for both of these. Palantir. What's happening? I guess that's one I should have bought. Should have waited for a more significant pullback, but hey, that's okay. We're just missing out on a little bit of money. We are still in that bullish uptrend. So, literally the boring part of the stream. What do you guys see for the day? Let's chat. You guys got any setups? What are you guys trading today? Getting ready to adult? I hear you there. What do you got going on? Going to work? Trying to be here, trying to learn here and there. Really craving kimbap? What is that? I kind of want to get a dual thing going here. Let's add another widget here. Pull these down. Oops. We'll go PLTR. Need grocery food. Kimbap is like cooked sushi with steak instead of fish. Dude, that sounds fire. That sounds really good. Holy shit. There are variations, of course. That's the most popular. That sounds fire. So is it like a sushi roll, like a rice roll with steak? It sounds incredible. What was that other one? Oh yeah, Lumen. L-U-M-N. And pull up the 1 minute. Pull up the 1 minute. Okay. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. Alright, 40-minute drive. Dang! Might try to get sushi instead. Usually, bulgogi, which is Korean seasoned steak. Ooh, yum. Never had that. Never had it. Sounds good, though. Yeah, man, I got a bit of a drive, too, to the grocery store. It's like a 20-minute drive for me. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, Lumen, man. We might be getting out of Lumen. I just realized our indicators are not on here. EMA. 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 50. Change the color to orange. Then 10. Stays that color, and then it's the 50 or the 20, and that's green. Okay, don't need the average true range, but yeah, that's a confirmed exit signal for us. Although, if we establish a higher low, then I will remain bullish. But I don't think we are going to do that. Yeah. We are going to... If it can bounce off of this support level, I'll stay in. If it breaks that and continues to push test this higher low, then I will go out. Buyers are maybe stepping in. Yeah, it looks like I should have waited for a bigger pullback on Palantir. That's okay. Okay. A little bit of indecision for Palantir now. And yep, there it is. We are out of Lumen. Has broke that support. Well, that frees up some capital. Should we put it in NVIDIA? That seems to be the fucking winner today. Excuse my language. That, or we put it into Palantir at this lower level. And buy the dip for Palantir. I think we will buy 5. Whoa, 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 whoa. 5 here. Can I ask you what are my rules for exits and entrances? Okay, for day trading, for short-term, very short-term stuff, an entrance signal would be, so I use the 50, the 10, the 20, and the 50-day moving average, and I do have the 200-day moving average too usually. Not as important for short-term, but so an entry signal would be like down here when we had a convergence of the 10, the 50, and the 20, and the price closed above. I don't care about the open. If the price closed